Welcome back, everybody. Matt the Bad here. So, I wasn't going to do this podcast, or this video, but then something just clicked this week. We had Jamie Lee Curtis come out. He's now promoting the new Halloween movie, Halloween Ends. Comes out next week, right around my birthday. I don't know what that says about me. Michael Myers is coming for you. So she's promoting, Halloween, of course. But I don't know if someone asked her this or she brought it up herself. But either way, she said that she would like to do another Freaky Friday sequel with Lindsay Lohan. And now I'm going, Lindsay Lohan? The child actress from the 2000s? Yes, Lindsay Lohan has grown up. She went away for a while, like some people do. But then we also see some people return, actors and actresses return, and make a comeback in Hollywood. And that's what it looks like Lindsay Lohan is doing right now. Or she's trying to do. We got our first trailer yesterday, on Friday, for her new movie coming out on Netflix in November. It's going to be a Christmas movie called Falling for Christmas. Now, I'm not going to go into that right now, but it just shows that Lindsay Lohan, and I know she has another Netflix movie on the way too. So, she's trying to get her career back up and running again. And guess what? I'll talk about Lindsay Lohan when her movie comes out in November and kind of go through her career. But back in the day, Lindsay Lohan was one of the top young actresses in Hollywood. She was a very good actress. And then all of a sudden, she got into some trouble and went down a very bad road. And it looks like now, in the past couple of years, she's been trying to get her life back in order, and now she's trying to get back into movies again. And good for her. Like I said, we've seen a lot of actors make a comeback. Robert Downey Jr., anyone. He had a really hard time back in the 90s. But hey, and then he became our Iron Man, and boom. And there's been other, but we also seen actors that have not necessarily gone away, but found a way to change their career up, like Ben Affleck with directing, Keanu Reeves with the John Wick franchise, to kind of, rejuvenate their career and get it back up. We had the McConaughey at one point. We were so used to McConaughey and romantic comedy after romantic comedy after romantic comedy. Like, buddy, you need to do something different. He went away for a couple of years, came back with like True Detective, Interstellar, Magic Mike, Killer Joe, so on and so forth. And it looks like that's what Lindsay Lohan is trying to do. But I'm not here to talk about Lindsay Lohan's career right now. But it got me thinking. What would we rather have? We've been seeing a lot lately long-awaited sequels. Movies that we've had on an original film, but we never got that sequel, and then finally they decided to make a sequel for it. Whether that be, I'll mention the aforementioned Glass, the long-awaited sequel to Unbreakable, or we just got Hocus Pocus 2, the long-awaited sequel to Hocus Pocus. Now, none of those movies required a sequel. Well, Unbreakable kinda did. And like I said, one of the biggest movies of this year, Top Gun 2. We got a sequel to the original Top Gun. We got a Top Gun 2. And of course, there's always a mixed reaction. Some of them work, like Top Gun 2. Some of them don't, like Hocus Pocus 2. Or Independence Day Resurgence. But sometimes you do get that rare, like, that long-awaited sequel we have been wanting for years. Technically, Avatar 2 at the end of the year is going to be that long-awaited sequel. The first one came out in 2009. We're in the end of 2022 when it comes out. Now, and that will be another one. Have we been waiting too long, or did it work? Was it the next Top Gun 2 or the next Independence Day resurgence. We'll find out at the end in December. But going back to Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis says she would love to do a sequel to Freaky Friday. But my question is, would you rather have a Freaky Friday 2 with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan? Or would you have a Mean Girls 2 with Lindsay Lohan, Rachel McAdams, Amanda Seyfried, Tina Fey? I got you on that one. Maybe not. Here's my thing. Freaky Friday 2 would be harder to make. Not under the making the movie, under the story. What would you do with a Freaky Friday 2? And you really can't have the mother and the daughter switch bodies again. The movie, the Freaky Friday, the remake, and the original worked. Because you had a mother and a daughter, teen daughter, who didn't understand each other's lives. You know, oh, you're so dramatic, oh, you're this. You have no idea what my life consists of. Why don't you try being in my life for one day? And the mother got to see the teenager's life and what she deals with. The daughter finally got to step into the mother's shoes and see what the mother has to deal with. And it worked, both the original and the remake. I like the remake. The remake with Lindsay Lohan is really good. It came out in 2003. That also had Chad Michael Murray in it. It was a good movie. My sister got it for Christmas that year. She watched it all the time. She liked Lindsay Lohan, who doesn't, from The Parent Trap, which was also a remake. And then Herbie Fully Loaded, also a remake. And then, of course, you got Freaky Friday in there too. So, I want to know what you would do with the sequel to Freaky Friday. Would you have Lindsay Lohan now be a mother? She's in her mid to late 30s now. So technically she could. And she has to deal with her daughter. And then somehow maybe Jamie Lee Curtis is just in there for, just to be in there for a familiar face. I don't know. Or you have a grandmother, mother, daughter situation, and somehow they all three go into each other's bodies, and I don't know. I don't know how you would do it. I guess that's my point. Freaky Friday 2 would be like, I think it would be hard to see what they would do with that. But Mean Girls 2 is a totally different ballgame. Mean Girls 2, you could easily pull that one off. High school reunion. Oh, it's their... And guess what? Mean Girls came out in 2004. That means in about a year and a half, we're almost the end of 2022. In 2024, that will be the 20th reunion of Mean Girls. You should have a sequel come out in 2024 and call it Mean Girls 2, the reunion, if you want to. And it's their high school reunion. Now, you don't have to put the movie, set the actual movie 20 years later. That can be 10 years since the original. Since where the original movie sets. 10 years. That way you do the high school 10-year reunion. That way you bring back Lindsay Lohan. You bring back Amanda Seyfried. You bring back Rachel McAdams. You bring back Tina Fey. You bring back the other one. I forget her name. The one that's all hyper. You can't sit with us. You can't sit with us. Her. Also, this also came to my mind because just the other day, what was it on Monday? It was October 3rd. On Monday, October 3rd. He looked at me. Yes, I know Mean Girls. I own the movie. It's a good movie. Written by Tina Fey, who also played the teacher. And you could have Tina Fey return. Like I said, she could either be the principal of the school now. That would be cool. But even if you look at back in 2004, Amanda Seyfried, a nobody, first movie. Rachel McAdams, Other than for The Notebook that same year, nobody knew who Rachel McAdams was. There you go. Amanda Seyfried has grown in Hollywood over the years. She's even been recently looked at for Fantastic Four. But she also had that Hulu show on Hulu that won her an Emmy. She was in that, the last David Fincher movie. She was good in that. So her career has really risen since Mean Girls. And of course, Rachel McAdams. I mean, one of the best actresses in Hollywood. I still say to this day, Marvel, you fucked up. Instead of putting Rachel McAdams in Doctor Strange, you should have saved her for Fantastic Four. She would have been the perfect Sue Storm. Anyway, you can bring back Rachel McAdams. Also, I forgot one actress, I'm sorry. I think you had Rachel McAdams, Amanda Seyfried, Tina Fey, the other girl, you can't sit with us, and Lizzie Kaplan. I forgot about Lizzie Kaplan. She's also grown. She was in that show with Michael Sheen, Masters of Sex. She was in one of those, Stephen King, what was it called? The anthology series. She was just in one of that recently. She has grown as an actress. That was her first role in a movie. I mean, so a lot of these actors started out in Mean Girls. If you were to do a sequel now and you see where they're at in their careers, and really, maybe one of them, maybe you can do a little bit of a meta thing where one of them did become an actress. You know, when you go from high school to now, one of them might have become an actress. Like I said, you can do so much with the Mean Girls sequel. It was like American Reunion. We waited so long for a sequel to American Wedding. We finally got a sequel, American Reunion, and you were able to bring back everyone. You can do that with Mean Girls 2. Bring back everybody. And have a Mean Girls 2 reunion film. And obviously there has to be a little bit more than just the reunion part. But there has to be something there that goes, yeah, I would rather see a Mean Girls 2 than a Freaky Friday sequel. But let me know, what would you rather see? And do you want to see Lindsay Lohan make a comeback in Hollywood? I mean, like I said, she was a talented actress back in the day. I would argue it was either between Dakota Fanning or Lindsay Lohan back in the late 90s, early 2000s. It was like, even though Lindsay Lohan was many years older than Dakota, but they were still, technically child actors, if you want to call it that. But let me know, what would you rather see? Would you like to see Lindsay Lohan build her career back up? I would love to see Lindsay Lohan, get into some dramas and do a really good drama with like a Jennifer Lawrence. That could be fascinating. Jennifer Lawrence, the new big-time actress since the 2010s. Now you bring back the one from the early 2000s who was on top, like a Lindsay Lohan. That would be interesting. But like I said, let me know, would you rather have a Freaky Friday sequel or a Mean Girls 2? Let me know in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Just click the button under this video and subscribe to the channel. Matt the Matt here.